And welcome back to Open Up.
What an extraordinary guest. Where did we find her?
Dawn, you found her. I'm so glad. And I told Dawn, I said, Dawn was saying, oh, going to have Arlena Waller on the show. And I said, Dawn, don't have her until I get back from out of town.
Okay. Hey, listen, folks, we're thinking out loud here during the break, when Tina and I started the show, we kind of tiptoed into it. Let's do it for 3 months and see if we like it. And let's see if anyone else likes it. We started out with 500 viewers, and 3 months later, to our shock, we had 10,000. And then 3 months later, we had 17,000. And then now we closed out the year with 27,000, including some in 19 countries. And nobody's promoting this show. Nobody's, helping us build. I have no idea how it's growing organically. But we were talking with Arlena, why can't we expand this show? Why can't we make Arlena a permanent part of the show? Why can't we build in new segments? No reason we can just go an hour. We could go an hour and a half. And one of the things out there is, we really need a financial angel to come behind it. We'd like to buy our own cameras and our own lights and our own little set, and things to do that. And the fact that you were able to find important sponsors for that show might allow this little show to take its next step forward. So anyway, we've just been, she's so creative and has got all our creative juices going about what we'd like to do in the next step
that's exciting.
Together.
That's very exciting. And I would love the opportunity because, as I said, I'm impressed with you both individually and collectively. So for you to even think of me out of all your guests, and your 27,000 viewers in 19 countries.
19 countries.
What can I say?
And you're already all over the world with your what you're doing with women and
I love
She
it.
power.
She power. Just oozing out of passion. And I think it's important, Don, when whatever you do in life, if you operate from a place of passion, whether it happens now or whether it happens eventually, that's what I tell women all the time. Operate from a place of passion. Live your life with passion on purpose, and it'll happen.
On purpose.
Yeah, look
Wow.
at I'm here talking to
at
you,
Yeah.
talking to you.
Yeah, and we're talking to you. I mean, it's working both ways here.
Thank
sister.
you.
So,
Hey, Arlena, tell us more about yourself and what you're doing.
So first of all, I am a mom. That is my top priority.
Oh, okay.
And when you're building a business or you're building a brand, you have to have a personal core value and a professional core value. And all my professional partners or anyone I do business with, I make them very aware that my personal core value is over my professional core value. And it's that if my children need me or reach out to me, it doesn't matter where I am, what I'm doing, I'm there.
Yes.
And that gives me balance.
Yes.
And so sometimes it consumes me because 3 to 9, it's all about the kids. You have practice, you have homework, but I wouldn't change it. That means I have to get up about 4:30 or 5 to get as much in my day because I know that afternoon is kind of devoted to them. Unless I have an event, I make arrangements with my husband. Really, just coming to Bakersfield, I was born and raised here in Bakersfield.
Really?
Yes, and I left 25 years thinking, oh my God, I never want to see that place again, right? Coming back, I'm stoked. I'm excited to be here. I see the opportunities. I have met some of the most amazing people, some of the most amazing women, and I've even met a few that I'm lucky enough to call a friend. And that's a blessing. So I'm excited to be back in Bakersfield and just to find my path, find my journey. How can I contribute to making someone else's life better while I make mine okay?
Right. So what we could do is, you've got, 390 things that women could do.
369.
369. We could just start going through.
I love that.
Through 1 to 369 and share, until we get through the end of your book.
I love that, Don.
So we can do that on a regular basis. We'll figure that out. What do you think, folks out there? You think that's a good idea?
Yes, we'd love to hear from you. You can contact us on Facebook. Our Facebook page is Open Up with Dawn and Tina. Or you can also visit us on our website at www.openupglobal.com.
The Bible says you don't have because you don't ask. And if there's a financial angel out there somewhere that really believes in what we're doing and trying to do, having people open up, helping people get through hard times by sharing how they got through hard times, being a resource to small businesses here in America. If you'd want to stand with us, we'd sure like to hear from you.
Yes.
I think that's awesome.
And speaking of hard times, was there ever a time in your life when it was so hard or so difficult when you were trying to achieve something or do something?
Absolutely.
Tell us about it.
I'll tell you, I'm kind of going through one right now,
Okay.
which is amazing. I have worked years inspiring and motivating women, and sometimes when God needs you to take another journey, sometimes he has to rip things out of you. And I'm a woman who likes to be in charge. I kind of want to know when, where, what, and why. I want it to be planned out because I'm always thinking about my family. I'm at a stage now that I had to really push into my ministry of helping women. And by doing that, I've always did everything with my sisters. Everything. We're like the wolf pack. And so now I'm kind of going through a dry spell that I've never went through with them in my life. And it hurts. But I understand why. Because had that not happened at this stage in my life, I would not be pushing what I'm pushing right now because I would consistently do things with them. So sometimes when you're going through a dry patch or you're going through a moment of pain, just know that's one step towards success if you're willing to keep your big girl panties on and fight through it. And that's kind of where I'm at right now.
Yeah.
And I don't
Big girl
share.
panties.
You got to put your big girl panties on. You have to.
I wonder what the male counterpart to that.
Or a good
my
support
big
bra.
male tidy whities.
Tidy whities.
Our
Put your tidy
audience,
whities.
our audience are getting a kick out of that phrase. So, Arlena, oh, that is so wonderful. Okay, so what you're doing is you're overcoming this.
Absolutely. And what it's allowing me to do is to reach out and friend sisters. They've always been my friends.
Yes.
We've done everything together. But doing this spell, I have been able to connect with women in ways that I have never connected because I've never needed to.
Ah,
And we talked about the she power.
Yes.
And what that is I want to be able to bring women on to be she power ambassadors, where you take it as your personal mission to be a sister friend to someone, to open a door for someone,
Yes.
to give someone an opportunity to have what you have access to what you have. And I know that's not going to happen with everyone, but just looking at what I've done, not only for a lot of my sisters or for friends that I have now, I said, let's duplicate this. And really, this passion was birthed out of that pain. And I'm okay with that because I know it'll get better.
yes.
You know, one of the most
absolutely.
influential men I've ever met that has friends, deep friends all over the world, taught me, he said, Don, if you can go deep with one man, you can go deep with many men.
That's powerful.
And it set the model.
Yes.
You went deep with your sisters. You
Yes.
were close with them.
Yes.
Now you're bringing that to the world.
And the beautiful thing is I'm able to see a lot of the women that reach out. I have corporations who call me to sit down. Who do I need to talk to? Because I call myself a super connector. Who do I need to talk to for this or whatever? I had someone from KGTV call me and says, Arlena, I want to do this series. This is what I need. Can you help me? When you're getting those kind of calls, you have to say, I'm in my divine purpose. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. And that's to connect people. And that's really what the She Power move is. Not about Arlena. It's about helping women to embrace their fabulosity and not apologize for it. We apologize a lot of time for being fabulous, for being wonderful, for being amazing. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, we dim our light because others bow down in its brightness. I don't want women to do that anymore.
Fabulosity. I love it.
Yes.
You know, I've heard it said, and I experience it all the time when women are always saying, "Oh, I'm sorry. I'm
Yes!
sorry. Oh, I'm sorry." I mean, the littlest things. Oh, I'm sorry.
No.
And you hear that. It's the most common thing I hear from women. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yes.
What's that all about?
What is that all about? I wanted to say, I like her phrase, they're dimming their light.
Yes.
Right.
Speak to that.
Because
And you got
we-
your headlights on bright. Kid, are you?
Yes,
We are
yes.
we are trained from little girls to be a support. Okay? And so therefore we weaken our own strength because we want to stay in that lane. Now, we understand the man is the head, but the woman is the neck that turns the head.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And so once we understand our position and be okay with being powerful, we won't be like, oh, I'm sorry as much. We won't apologize. We apologize for so many things that we should never apologize for. And so teaching women to own their power, we're going to be able to help the entire world, starting with one woman at a time till we reach 1 million women.
Chris, why don't we just put up that full screen right now? We've still got about 2 minutes. Here she is, Arlena Waller, and it's pretty easy, arlenawaller.com, and there's her phone number with a 661 area code. 532-8417. And talk about an incredible resource to women and
Yes.
just to personal growth of all of us. I'm learning. I'm being inspired. I'm becoming more creative just being around this woman. So
Well, thank you. That's what it's all about.
Yes, yes. And so, Arlena, where can the viewers get this book?
They can
Fabulous
log on
book.
to Amazon.com or BarnesandNoble.com, or they can also go to my website at ArlenaWaller.com. And we're in the process now of putting it in a local bookstore so it'll be accessible to locals. But right now, they can definitely go in any one of those stores online and purchase the book, and that would be appreciated for any support.
She is amazing. The website is just fabulous, so beautiful. Diamonds and all kinds of rich girl stuff on there. It's beautiful. So please visit her website, get the book, get in touch with her. And is there anything else you'd like to say?
If anyone is interested in their personal brand, building their personal brands, I do come out and I do training. I'm also a motivational speaker, so if you need me to come to your luncheon, your event, I'm experienced. I'm ready to get there, ready to help you build your brand and really learn how to own your own fabulosity.
Wonderful. Well said. Thank
right.
you. So thank you all for joining us, and we look forward to next time. Until then,
God bless.
have a happy day.